This video is powered by BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 to get your 150% sign-up bonus. Start playing today with an exclusive offer. Shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.
What is going on, everyone, and happy New Year. Hope you all do a lot of great things in 2025. I'm hoping the Houston Texans can go on a playoff run. Is that likely? I don't know. The confidence right now, boys, I'm not going to lie to you, is at an all-time low. On Christmas, on Netflix, on primetime, in front of the city of Houston, in front of Beyonce, the Houston Texans get destroyed 31-2 by the Baltimore Ravens. The Houston Texans defense outscored the offense. A safety from rookie cornerback Kamari Lassiter was your only points in the matchup. How embarrassing. But before we get into this, guys, this episode is brought to you and powered by BetUS. They're giving you a 150% sign-up bonus on your first deposit up to $2,000. On your second and third deposit, it's a 125% promo bonus. Promo code YouTube150, ladies and gentlemen, gets it done. BetUS, quick 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service. BetUS, where the game begins. I really don't know where to start with this Houston Texans team. Because entering this 3 games in 10 or 11 days, I was saying the Houston Texans have an opportunity to present themselves to the world and show that they are indeed contenders. Now, you started off hot. You beat the Miami Dolphins. And then the Kansas City Chiefs happened, where you were fighting neck and neck until the Tank Dell injury happened. And that took the life out of the Houston Texans. We were looking at this game on Christmas. Put up a fight. Show that you can recover from losing one of your big pieces on the offense. And we were all looking at CJ Stroud. I was saying, go win this for Tank. But the Houston Texans offense, instead of putting up points, moving the football, they were just lifeless. And I mean, I could have gone out there and played better football than the Houston Texans offense on Christmas. How does that happen? How is there no energy on the offense, on the defense? This is a DeMeco Ryans-led team we're talking about here. I think this loss was very eye-opening to the Houston Texans. It might not be going how you think it's going. Because when you hear DeMeco Ryans, right, he kind of knows that he's being, well, not him, but the Houston Texans are not viewed as a contender heading into the playoffs, right? We heard things like there's a narrative that we're not really a good football team. He's brought up many times there's a narrative about this Houston Texans team not being good. And when you hear his words after, when we're getting ready for the Tennessee Titans this Sunday, are the starters going to be out there? He said, I told everyone that they need to be ready to go. We need to be playing good football before we enter the playoffs. I mean, how can you go out there and say, yeah, there was a lot of good things today when you showed no effort? You didn't need, the only thing you did was put on the pads and walk out on the field. That's the only thing the Houston Texans did against the Baltimore Ravens. Now, credit to Baltimore. Lamar Jackson, I'm a huge fan of. When it's all said and done, it's a hot take. He's going to be one of the best quarterbacks ever to play the game. He already is athletic-wise. Shout out to Derrick Henry, just King Henry. We know how dangerous he can be. He's torched the Houston Texans his entire career. But we're just looking at the performance from this team, because top to bottom, it was just an embarrassing output. And it kind of, for a lot of people, it was the straw that broke the camel's back. This Houston Texans team cannot make a deep playoff run. They are the same old Houston Texans, and they proved that on Thursday. This Texans team, guys, they're 1-5 against winning teams. This is where I get upset when I hear fans say, why are you so negative? This is the second year, and they are back in the playoffs, back-to-back AFC South Division champions. I look at those fans and say, you are committed to mediocrity, R.I.P.C. Royal. Yes, the Houston Texans are in the postseason. Yes, the Houston Texans are back-to-back division champions. But let's add some context. This AFC South division is god-awful. You should win the AFC South with the Tennessee Titans, Indianapolis Colts, and Jacksonville Jaguars. Two of those teams, their season was over by Halloween. Really, there wasn't even a competition for the AFC South this year. It was the Houston Texans from the start, and they just held it the entire season. Some more context. The Houston Texans are 1-5 against winning teams. So yes, I am happy that they are in the postseason. I am happy that they got back-to-back division championships. But if you are asking me, do I have any confidence right now in this Houston Texans team heading into the postseason? The answer is no. Now, once we get done with the Tennessee Titans, I know the fan in me is going to come out and say, it's anybody's game. You have a puncher's chance with this Houston Texans defense. All you need is for this Houston Texan offense to wake up. I've been saying this all year, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm sorry for rambling, but the Houston Texans absolutely got destroyed by the Baltimore Ravens 31-2. You showed yet again that you are not ready for prime time, and you are not ready to be taken serious as a contender in this league. Do not forget this episode, ladies and gentlemen, brought to you and powered by BetUS. Quick 24-hour payouts, 24-hour customer service. BetUS, where the game begins.
This video is being powered by BetUS, the #1 online sports book in the world. Use code YouTube150 to get your 150% bonus on your first deposit, 125% on your next two. That's up to $2,000. We got Christmas football this week, folks. The Chiefs and Steelers and the Ravens and Texans. If you guys want to take advantage of the BetUS code YouTube150 to make your bets right here, go to betus.com.pa. We also got all the other games this week. Make sure you guys check out BetUS. They got player prop bets, same game parlays, you name it. All right, so big time shout out to BetUS. Please bet responsibly. The proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.
Ladies and gentlemen, we're also going to be previewing the AFC South matchups. Now, we have two division games. Let's start with the Jacksonville Jaguars, who are 4-12, going up against the Indianapolis Colts, 7-9 on the year. But what has happened recently with Indianapolis, it's not going well. We saw Pat McAfee call out the Indianapolis Colts organization for having no culture, being soft, bringing up Anthony Richardson, tapping out against the Houston Texans, him not being able to go in last week's matchup when there was some playoff implications on the line. It does not look good for the Indianapolis Colts at the moment. You have people saying, fire Shane Steichen, fire the GM, fire everyone. The Indianapolis Colts, ladies and gentlemen, they're 7-9 on the year, and I do think they win this matchup. When you look at Jacksonville, their season has been over since Halloween. They are trying to get as close to the #1 overall pick as possible, and I think this will be beneficial for them to lose this game. Now, I want to say one thing. To the fans who always bring up, I don't care what's on the line in terms of next year. You play the game today to win the game. Now, if you bring up that argument to me, I'm going to say, you are just someone who enjoys the short-term success instead of the long-term success, right? You want your little victories instead of the big one at the very end. Draft position matters, and winning a meaningless game when you are already 4-12, it's just not the move. It's not smart business. I understand we're fans, but this is also a business, and you're going to be kicking yourself in the ass is if you win this game against Indianapolis, moves you further down the draft, and you cannot get your quarterback of choice, Jacksonville, or your, I don't know why I said quarterback, but your, preferred draft pick of choice. I know you guys want Travis Hunter. With Indy, I think this is a game for Anthony Richardson and Coach Shane Steichen to go out there and, kind of prove that they are a team that has culture, that there is a sense of urgency with this organization. Maybe they'll go out there and have a statement win against Jacksonville. But I do have Indy winning this one. And then we move to the Houston Texans versus Tennessee Titans. The Texans obviously want their leg back from when Tennessee just walked up into H-Town and destroyed them through the air. Will Levis bombing over Jimmy Ward every other play. Now, I don't think the Titans are going to be playing any of their significant starters. I believe they are in place for the number 1 overall pick. The Houston Texans right now, after getting just blasted by the Baltimore Ravens it wasn't 41-2. It felt like 41-2. It was 31-2. They were trying to get some confidence heading into the playoffs, which is what DeMeco Ryans brought up. We're not playing good football right now. So in terms of the starters being out there, he says they will. I think C.J. Stroud needs a drive or two. If he scores on the first one, just bring him out. Anything positive for this Houston Texan offense is a sign in the right direction. The bar is that low. They've been very bad. Nico Collins, I think, should deserve a break. Joe Mixon as well. Not the offensive line. The offensive line needs to be out there all 4 quarters. You have been an embarrassment all year, and it's going to be embarrassing that you're in the 3rd and 4th quarter in this Week 18 meaningless matchup game. On the defensive side, Derek Stingley, don't want to see him. Will Anderson Jr., Daniil Hunter, don't want to see them. Those are key pieces to the Houston Texans. If you lose either CJ, Joe, Nico, Stingley, Will, or Daniil, you're not going to, what little confidence you already have in this Houston Texans team is going to be shattered. But with the Houston Texans trying to get back on track, with Tennessee trying to get to the number 1 overall pick, I have the Houston Texans winning this one. Boys, once again, Happy New Year. Have a blessed day. Be safe.
This video is powered by BetUS. Use promo code YouTube150 to get your 150% sign-up bonus. Start playing today with an exclusive offer. Shout out to BetUS for being the proud sponsor of Roundtable Sports.